Hey y'all, it's your buddy the Texan Detector and Coin Collector. And today I'm going to try something a little different. I bought, where they at? I bought a roll of buffalo nickels. And I went through and I picked out a few I thought were interesting. And the deal is, the roll, they have no dates. But, dun, 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 I purchased some Nicodate. Never done this before. So we're going to be learning together. I don't know if y'all have done this before or not, but let me show you something. Here we have a buffalo nickel. It's not your three-legged buffalo nickel, but as you see, it does have a D mint mark. It is very worn. As you see, there is no visible date and a pretty big scratch across the cheek. Now, I have some other ones I want to try, but I figured I wanted to try on a harder specimen to start off with. So give me a second, let me get this one set up. Let's nicodate it. Let's see if we can get a date off of it. Then I have these nickels here that all have mint marks, appear to be D mint marks. So I'm going to set my nickel here on the plate. Let's see if we can do this one-handed. We'll keep you in frame there, huh? So from what I've been told, you put a drop right there. I got me a little screwdriver here to just kind of dab it along the date area. That should be good. Now, I'm going to let that sit for just a couple minutes. Let's see, do you see any change? I don't see any. Oh, I think I see a little something coming through. I didn't mean to get it quite up as high up on his neck, but heck, that buffalo is pretty worn out anyway. Not going to be a big loss. Well, let me give it a minute. I'm going to wash it off and dry it off, and let's see if we can't get a date off of it. Well, I didn't think I had a prayer getting that one. I'm not going to say I got it the best, but I don't know, you tell me. I'm pretty sure that's a 1917 D. I'm pretty happy the way that turned out. Hey, at least I can classify it as an actual date rather than just a random buffalo. As you see, I did get the nicodate a little higher than I wanted. That first drip came out kind of heavy. But that's cool. Let's move on to the next one here. This is another D here. I'll put it under the scope for a minute. Now that one actually you can see is a 35. So I really have no reason to have to nicodate it. But it's in pretty rough shape. You can't see Liberty. I mean, it's pretty bad. I just want to see, you know, we're doing this for funsies. We're in the quarantine zone. So we're going to put that little drop right there. We're going to take our little, that should be good. Now we're going to let that sit for a minute or two. I don't know if you can see if anything's coming through. Oh yeah, you can really see it coming through. Or I can. I don't know if y'all can. Well, let's give that a minute or two and see if we can get the 1 and the 9 to show up. We already had the 3 and the 5 pretty well. I'm not going to let this one nicodate that long considering the date was already semi-visible. But let's keep on rocking. Let's see what happens. I'll get back with you with the finished result. Okay, I'm back. It did pretty well. I only left it on there for about, I don't know, about 45 seconds. But it definitely sharpened up the 1935. I mean, I'll take it. I did it shortly because, as you see, it didn't do too much damage to the coin. But hey, that's 2 buffaloes in a row. Both of them came back with dates. And let me go through the procedure a little bit. You already see that I put it on a plate and I put the acid on the date part and I let it sit. The first one I let sit for about 2 minutes. The second one about 45 seconds. When I'm done, I dip it here in this cup of water and dab it with a paper towel. You don't rub it, you just clamp down your thumbs on it and just dry it off, because you don't want to get that acid on you. It's pretty dangerous stuff. Alright, well, let's go to our third victim. Dun, 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 dun. Now this one, it's got a piece of a date. Looks like it's a 20 something, which, unless it's an S, which I'm pretty sure it's a D. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely a D. So, I don't know. Let's have some fun. Let's get at it. Let's get it here. Let's put our drip of acid on there. I'm going to try to I think that should be covering the date area pretty well. I'm going to give, oh wow, I already see the date coming through. This one's going to be a good one, guys. Alright, well, I'm going to give this one a couple minutes, probably about 2 minutes like I did the first one, and then we'll come back and see what happens. Alright, as you can see, it's now at 1927. Before it was I don't know. So as you see, it's 3 buffaloes in a row. All 3 so far have gotten a date. Okay, now let's, I have some other buffaloes here that I thought would be challenging. Let me see. Here we go. I want you to check this one out. Huh. Actually, under the scope, that's a 1916. Without the scope, I couldn't tell nothing. I'm actually not going to mess with that one. It kind of looks like it's already been nickel-dated. It kind of has a spot around it, so we're not going to mess with that one. Let's check another one here. Well, that's a 1920. It's funny what you can see with a scope that you couldn't see. Okay, there's a good one. I don't know. We're going to nickel-date it and find out. So, alright. I'm getting where I can get a smaller bead out. Oh, I'm blocking all the light here, ain't I? Okay, that should be covering all the date area. Wow. I can already see a date coming through. Well, I'm going to give it just a minute, and then we're going to find out, but I'm telling you right now, it's a 1925. I could see the 2 before a little bit, but I wasn't really sure on the rest. Well, let's keep on going. Let me finish this one off. I'll show you the final result, and then we'll try another one. Well, I gotta say, this is a lot better than I expected on this one. That's a pretty prominent 1925 now. Pretty happy with that one. And I didn't do it that long, so it didn't really discolor the coin too much. I think I might be getting the hang of this. But I'm up for a challenge. Y'all up for a challenge? Let's do a hard one. Look at that dude. There is nothing. I mean, there is nothing. Let's see if does this have a mint mark? I don't think it did. You know what? If it did, we wouldn't know. So we might actually nickel-date this one twice. We might try to get the date and try and see if there's a mint mark. So, without further ado, let's get to business, y'all. Let's put a drop of the nickel-date stuff on there. that should cover the date area mighty nicely. And for a second there, I thought I seen a date already coming up. If we get this one, y'all, this is gonna be a miracle. Now, I know a lot of y'all might think I'm just wasting time. These buffalo nickels are toast. But if you're like me and you find, buffalo nickels, coin roll hunting, register fishing, coin star hunting, metal detecting, and they're slick, and you're just always going to wonder what date it was. Hey, it's just fun. It's something to do in your spare time. It's something to do while we're all quarantined right now. Honestly, the quarantine didn't stop me from metal detecting, but the weather did. So, hey, something I can do today. I hope that air conditioner's not too loud, but it got kind of hot out here in my coin dungeon. Well, let's see. I don't know if y'all can see any difference there or not. Doesn't seem like it wants to focus good on that plate. Well, let's give it a minute and we will reveal the date, or we won't. Well, I got something. I'm impressed. I didn't think I was going to get anything. But that's definitely a 1917. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that that's a 1917. So, hey, I mean, that is a testament to this Nick date stuff, because I didn't think there was a prayer. I honestly I didn't think there was not a prayer at all. So, apparently there's a 1916, oh, never mind. I don't think that's the 18/17 for sure, so just a regular coin. For funsies here, I want to see if there's a mint mark. I really did not think we were going to get that, but we got it. Let's see if I can just push that over just a hair. Okay, we're going to give that a minute. See if we can pull a mint mark off this 1917 Buffalo. But so far, I gotta admit, I'm pretty impressed with this stuff. It's really easy to use. I give it an A+. I mean, now you're not going to want to do this to a valuable coin, you're just playing around or anything, but I mean, a worthless Buffalo nickel, I mean, you go from a dateless Buffalo nickel to a dated, slightly damaged Buffalo nickel, which, I mean, it's a step up. Not a big one, but a little bit. All right, well, let this sit for a minute. It's not going to focus. I don't see any change yet. But we're going to give it a second. We'll see if there's a date. And I think we'll do one more and we're going to call it a day. Well, I can't believe it, y'all. Look at that. We actually got that mint mark back. And I just left it on for a couple seconds. You know what? Maybe I was leaving it on too long before, because the ones that I've done just a short period of time seem like I've got the best results. I think I'm going to start only leaving it on there for about 45 seconds to a minute, because a couple of them I left on there for 2 minutes and they got a definite gray spot on the coin. But man, that's awesome. I did not think there was I could get a date mint mark there. I really didn't, but you can definitely see that's a D. Man, I really like this stuff. So let's see if we can find one more nickel worth playing with. Okay, I think I got a candidate here. Well, I think that's too easy. Ooh, hold on. That's an S mint mark, y'all. Oh man, look at the poor guy. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. We're gonna see if we can get a little bit more of a date. That worked pretty well. I just used the tube itself to spread it across. Okay, we're gonna let that one sit for a minute, and then we're gonna check it out. But man, I don't get a whole lot of S Mint Mark coins, so get an S Mint Mark Buffalo. I was kind of almost didn't want to nickel-date it, but the date was so weak. Well, let's give it a minute, and I will show you the end results. This one was kind of disappointing. I mean, I do have a 1925, a little more prominent, but I was hoping to get that 1 and the 9 in a little better. It looked better with the nickel date on than it does now. Let's see, I got one more I want to try. Let's put it under the scope here. Well, that's obviously a 26. I don't even know if I want to try that one with no mint mark. Let me see. I had some more here somewhere. Let's see. There, that's a good dateless one. And I believe it has the remnants of a mint mark. I think it's a D, but we're going to find out. Matter of fact, because I'm so curious about the mint mark, let's start there. Whoop. I wish the dropper on this thing was a little more. But there, hey, there's definitely a mint mark. It almost looks like an S now. Let's give it just a minute, and we'll find out what the mint mark is, and then we'll see if we can't get that dated in a little bit better. Well, we definitely were able to make out the mint mark now. That is definitely a D mint mark. Okay, so now let's see if we can get a date. This is going to be a good test, because this one, now a while ago I couldn't get it a fine drop, and that one worked out pretty well. Okay, I think we got good coverage of the date area. Let's give it a minute. Wow. I don't know if my eyes are playing with me, but it seems like I saw 1915. Anyway, well, let's give it a minute and let it do what it do and see what it does. Boys and girls, children of all ages. Now, I don't know if you can make that out, but that is definitely a 1915. I don't know if you can see the 5 right here. 191. I mean, it is not the best, but considering the condition of that nickel, that's pretty good. Too bad that D couldn't have been an S, because that would have been a semi-key date. Granted, it would have been very low gradage. It'd be considered, what do they call that? Anyway, it's altered, it's damaged, but it's still better than a no date. But hey, I'm happy with that. That was a very rough nickel. But hold on, we're gonna do one last one, because I want to end on a good note. Just didn't want to get up there in the 9 part, did it? Hey, I already see a date coming through on that one. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I definitely see a 1926. I really want to get They coming through good right there. I wanted to get it in the 19 area. That's coming through real nice. Now if it's going to look that nice when I clean it off, I don't know. I'm just going to let them do for a second, because that's already looking nice. Okay, give me just a second and I'm going to clean it up and we'll see if we can end this on a good date. Well, I gotta say, that's definitely one of the better dates I've gotten. Let's see. And once again, if that was an S mint mark, which there's definitely no mint mark, but if that would have been an S mint mark, that would also been a semi-key date. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I sure had a lot of fun. It's the first time for me trying this stuff out. I highly recommend it if you have some dateless, worn out buffaloes and you're just dying to know what those dates would have been or were. Get you a bottle, try it out. If you don't think it's for you, then don't do it. It's all up to you, man. I got friends who metal detect, and when they find a silver coin, they polish it up with never dull and all kinds of stuff, and they make it shine, and I just want to cry because I like the way they look. Hold on, I gotta see, like that. This is a quarter that I dug, and it has that dark patina around the. Here, let's put it so you can see it. See how it's got that dark patina around the details? It just makes a coin pop to me. And man, I ain't gonna touch it. I barely, matter of fact, I think it's still got a little dirt on it. I like it just like that. But hey, to each their own. It's a big world. We all got our own ideas. So do what makes you happy. But this is your buddy, the Texas Detector and Coin Collector. I hope y'all enjoyed this little video. Until next time, happy hunting and stay dirty, my friends. Because if you ain't getting dirty, you ain't finding nothing. And you ain't having no fun. We can't have that now, can we? Alright, until next time, stay safe, y'all. That virus is serious.